But all right, flip it over to the other side of that. This time around, there won't be John Mechie. I know he missed the second half of the SEC championship game, unfortunately done for the season. Where does Alabama go? Now, hey, let's not cry for Alabama. It's not the backups that are going to be stepping up and asked to replace John Mechie in the lineup. We're talking several 5 stars and 4 stars. I mean, these are some of the best players in the country that signed on to play for Alabama. Now's their time to step up. Who will that be? Agiye Hall. That's someone that Nick Saban pointed out as someone that is stepping up into that role. We saw him, of course, in the Alabama spring game, just look dominant. Can we get that? Agiye Hall. It's always interesting to see what players step up when the regular season comes to an end. Things slow down. You get into the bowl practices, which are really like a new camp mode. These young players have a real opportunity to get back to the fundamentals, get adjusted to a couple of different assignments that the coaching staff will ask them to get to, and we'll find out which. Maybe it's Brooks who caught the big touchdown there in the Iron Bowl. I mean, there's many options here for Alabama. They need someone to step up opposite Jamison Williams, and that is something that Nick Saban hit on here on Monday.
Yeah, what have you seen from the receivers so far in practice, and who's stepping into that void left by John Mechie?
Yeah, well, I think the guys are stepping up and doing a good job. Javon Baker's done a good job. Trayshawn Holden has done a good job. Agiye Hall is, making some good plays. I think those guys, look forward to the opportunity that they have, and they're doing the best they can to get prepared to try to be able to, help the team every way that they can. Jacory has, been playing well for us, so, he's also, a guy that's continues to improve.
Now, what position the Crimson Tide don't have to worry about whatsoever is Will Anderson there at outside linebacker, one of the most outstanding players in the country. Should have been a Heisman finalist for what he did for the Crimson Tide, helping them this season win the SEC title, win the SEC West once again. But Nick Saban was asked about Will Anderson, who he thankfully has got him for one more year after this one, and just what makes him so unique. I thought Alabama fans would really appreciate these comments.
Evening, Coach. We can all kind of see the physical attributes that Will Anderson has to make him a good player, but what sets them apart, whether it's intensity off the field, relentlessness on it, what kind of sets him apart to help him fulfill that potential?
Well, I think what sets anybody apart is, what's your mindset, how important it is to you, how you're willing to edit your behavior to accomplish the goals that you have. You're going to get out of it what you put into it. And, Will's A+ in, all those intangible areas. Plus he's got, really good physical ability. And the guy is an overachiever, even at that, with all the physical ability that he has because of the mindset that he has. He's a great effort player. He's very conscientious. He does his job well in the game. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He kind of prepares well for every game. And so, I think it's always the intangible things that help you get to your full potential. And, Will's certainly got great intangibles with great ability, and that usually makes for great players.
And then last but not least here, the deciding factor in the SEC championship game, we can give Jamison Williams a ton of credit. He deserves any and all praise he receives. But at the end of the day, I mean, it was just a major advantage for Alabama when you're talking about the quarterback battle, Stetson Bennett and Bryce Young. Bryce Young played the best football we've seen from him, and that's saying something. The Heisman Trophy winner just took his game to another level. And if you don't know, his father is a psychologist, and Bryce is the only child, and I'm sure can only imagine the lessons that his father has taught him over time about psychology and just the mental aspects of playing college football and high school football. And Nick Saban, he was asked about Bryce Young and his mental makeup here, and maybe this kind of explains why such an inexperienced player was able to, from the get-go, just be a dominant player for Alabama this season.
You are really into the psychology more so than maybe any other coach in college football history. In that regard, how rare is Bryce's ability to having his background he had with his father in terms of making the main thing the main thing?
Yeah, well, I think he does a really good job of that. He's, very focused on what he needs to do. He doesn't let external factors distract him very often. He's got, good ability to focus on the next play and not get too bothered about what happened on the last play. I think he has a high standard for himself in terms of what he wants to do, what he wants to achieve, but he also is very focused on the process of what he has to do that, how he needs to prepare, how he needs to understand, how he needs to practice, and he sets a really good example for all of the players on the team by the way he does that, and I think it sort of shows in his consistency and performance, all year long.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time.
All right, thank you. One other thing is, I don't think I'm going to get the opportunity to wish everybody a happy holiday. This is a great time of the year to enjoy family and, have gratitude for all the blessings that we have, even though when you're a coach, you don't get to enjoy it a whole lot until you get right to it, and we have a couple days off. But I just want everybody that supports the program, all the people out there, friends and family, to know that we're thinking about you over the holidays, and wish you a very blessed holiday season. Thank you.